Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. I am Dungeon Master AuldDragon, and once again, our players are...
Hi, I'm Higgimus, Corporal First Class, and I play a Giff fighter.
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon, who's a human fighter from an asteroid near Bral.
Hey, I'm Daikami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is a half-elf cleric mage.
I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin.
I'm Kiji-kun. I play Sinrae Nalio, who is a elven courier.
Hi, I'm Zakad. I play Lafdul Moonblade, a elven specialty priest of Everin Illicir, and a thief. He likes to take guises of many dwarves apparently lately, so he's a master of dwarven guises.
He's a dwarf.
It sounded terrible as soon as I started finishing that.
See, this is what happens when you don't actually, write them beforehand or something.
Yeah, but I would like to think that Lafdul's a lot more smart than I am. A lot more fun and easygoing.
Fair enough. Alright, we left off last time. You guys had investigated a lot of these buildings, tried to get some leads and information. It's about 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and you are aware that there is a show later with Silverhair, that Elithera Silverhair, that I think you were planning on somehow crashing. I think there was some discussion during the week on trying to create some plans or something like that. So what do you guys want to do?
Did we ever figure out how long these plays or shows or theaters, how long they last? Because a lot of our spells depend on knowing this.
The length of time varies.
We've talked to a few people, so
yeah, so
like an average.
Her stuff usually between 30 and 60 minutes at the theater itself.
Is hers like the last performance, or?
Right now, her stuff is the only thing going on at the theater.
Ooh.
The theater normally has short plays and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
30 turn out here. I think it's like half my spells,
Yeah.
if not all of them. I think that protects you from evil temper. It's the only spell that actually lasts the whole duration. So it lasts like over an hour. My telepathy only lasts 10 minutes, something like that. A turn plus 2 rounds of level, so 22.
So, do you have to do anything special to cast telepathy?
It's variable and somatic, and it's got casting time of 5, so it's pretty. It's not too lengthy, but it is among the more lengthy spells. But there's no. If no one's directly looking at me, I could get away with casting it.
Well, one of us could possibly sit in front of you.
Yeah, there's
No,
also...
but if I'm staying in a crowd, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
I would have to cast it, then walk in, then sit down. It won't matter once I'm already sitting down.
There's also the idea of if Sinrae can at least get the door open in the back wide enough, as in the plan we had of the silver dusted flowers. You could always go in invisible. Even if she gets access, you could always just follow her in invisible, and then you could work from either the rafters or backstage.
Why haven't you nominated yourself for that? You're quite able. I like the way you're.
I don't have invisibility spell.
How long can you stay invisible, Lafdul?
I have potions of invisibility.
Okay, well, how long can you or someone else remain invisible?
My potions can last anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour, I think.
The more you take, the
random
longer
duration.
it'll last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And an invisibility spell lasts up to 24 hours. Leva does have one invisibility spell. did check that.
I just checked that protection from evil 20 feet, or 20 feet radius. To cast it, priest must raise a circle 20 feet in diameter. So it's pretty noticeable.
Yeah, but if you have the scroll, it's already done.
Okay.
You don't need to do anything like that. You just need to cast a spell from the
Okay,
scroll.
just read the scroll.
How do we get
Okay.
tickets?
We
No.
show
We
up
have to
early
wait in line.
and we show up right when they start selling the tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was one of those things where we need to get tickets in advance type of.
Nope.
No,
they,
no,
they,
we're not allowed to get tickets in advance.
They
How
do not do
expensive are
pre-sales.
these tickets?
5 silver
Generally.
pieces each, I believe,
Oh.
is what I said.
So, if we want, I can. Some of us are going to be in there for the show. Going to buy tickets and sit in for the show, right?
I believe so.
Hmm.
If the show goes on.
As far as you guys know, it is planned to go on.
Yeah. Well, I have a cousin in the lower watch who I could ask to come with us as a witness of sorts.
What? Hmm.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree with that. You might also get that role playing out with.
And I have, and my armor protects me from charms.
That's
That's
good.
good.
Well,
the
do we
charm
want to,
magic.
do we want
Yeah,
to go
charm
with the,
magic, so I would be possibly unaffected by whatever this thing does.
yeah, do we want to go with the plan of at least trying to take her out before the show and a lot of civilian
We need proof.
possible
That's the
casualties?
problem.
We have to have proof.
We had to have proof, which
Of
we don't
our
really
ill
have any.
intent.
Well, that's the was the plan, and what Sinrae will definitely bring up to the group is silver dust on flowers, since the first thing women normally do when getting flowers is they smell them.
Well, how will you
And
get the
she's-
flowers to her?
Well, she's already talked to somebody at the theater, playing herself off as a hopeful either to be in Silverhair's entourage as a player, or playing at the theater house herself. She can always see if she can knock on the door and fast talk her way into being able to give the flowers to Silverhair before the show.
Okay, well, we'll have to see if we can get that to work.
Yeah, it would be if that doesn't work, then would be probably throwing the flowers up one stage afterwards.
Or we could have Lafdul invisible in the rafters and pour silver dust on her head.
I love that. Just sell out Lafdul
It's
scheme.
like Lafdul.
Why is that selling out Lafdul?
It feels like I'm being. I mean, I know it has its merits, but.
Well,
I'm
who-
telling you, yeah, it's an
downside,
awesome
Lafdul.
idea to have you in the rafters and pour
Who-
silver dust on the where
Yeah, the only
monster's
reason
head.
Who else can sneak up in the rafters?
I cannot
Higgimus can.
physically do that.
Higgimus can
but
totally
you-
do that.
Braxon's
You
too
could
noisy.
fly up there with your new shoes,
I could actually.
so don't count yourself out.
Yeah, I was suggesting maybe Lafdul. I thought you had a spell that turns you invisible. If somebody could, if Sinrae gets in, somebody could follow behind her. So
Yeah.
if the transformation does happen, she's not the only one there, because
That would go bad very quickly.
I'm
worried because when this protection from evil is going to be cast,
Mhm.
we're going to be in too many groups, and someone's not going to be protected.
But we
Yeah.
can't
that's true.
protect everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
of
Well,
course not. That
it-
person hopefully isn't around.
Also, important thing to remember about that protection from evil and its protection from mind control. It doesn't prevent the mind control. It just prevents them forcing the victim to act on those. So the charm will still work, but you do not have to follow the orders as long as you are in that perimeter.
Right. Well,
So once you get out of the zone of protection, you are under the charm.
Right.
Oh, if it's a
Okay,
continuous thing.
What I'd say on the idea of throwing flowers at her with silver on, that's a good idea. But the thing that concerns me is you'd be off on your own, and this is a monster that eats people.
Yes, that's why I
so-
think it would be good if somebody like throwing the flowers would be after the shows. Like if
Yeah.
she can't get in to see her, she'd see the show with everybody
Well,
else.
See, the thing about getting in to see her would be you'd be on your own.
Yeah.
You'd get entered into the building, into a space where she might have mind controlled everyone in the building. And she
I'm
might be able to
worried.
order everyone else to attack you. And the rest of us might not know what's going on or be able to help. So if that was something we could do randomly in the street, if we knew where she was, and we could all back each other up.
Well,
That's
we
what I
don't know where she
That's
is.
why I was suggesting
But
somebody go in with her invisible, and then
Yeah.
the commotion would give
Well,
them the rest of you a reason to burst in.
the
I don't
concern
think this
of
is the
people-
case. Yeah, I
the
don't think this
concern
is a case where the one person or two people could handle the situation. Yeah, it'd be cool and all, but I really don't think that's.
Okay.
Yeah, I
feasible.
think if you guys went in as a duo, you'd be in big trouble very quickly.
The concern of splitting up I think is a real concern. But the idea in itself of using the silver, I don't think is a bad idea.
Yeah,
So
my-
if we were in a situation where we could all stay close enough to the spell, the protection from evil spell, to hopefully all be protected, then if someone gets controlled, then someone else in the group's going to have to sit on them. And there still could be people who could throw the silver. So if we could turn her into a monster in front of a room full of witnesses and then clobber the hell out of her, that would be a good outcome as far as Braxton's concerned.
Yeah, I agree.
Then we have a perfectly valid excuse to clobber the hell out of her.
Sinrae and mine's concern is all of the innocent people in the audience that could become
But last time we tried to capture her, the watch wasn't interested. The middle watch just wanted to fine us money. And if we get caught without proving that she's a monster, they will just do something like send us to the underside or threaten us that we can't go anywhere near her.
And I have a thought that maybe the middle watch is being controlled by her somehow.
She may well have got some of the middle watch, which is why I was wondering if there's any way there's anything we could do to get female members of the watch in the area and get rid of male members of the watch. But I don't see how that will be done.
Lafdul,
Hmm.
how long does it take to cast that telepathy? And how far can it
5.
reach?
Its range 30 yards, quite far.
Okay. Because I was thinking about what if we just split in two groups. One group would stake out the secret entrance on the boarding house, and one group goes into the theater, because if she runs from the theater through back door, the group in the theater can start pursuing her in that way.
Well, hang on, because if she ran...
Splitting in 3 groups is too risky, because we only have 2 protection from evil, 10-foot radius.
Hang on, if we were all in the theatre, we're all there if the fight breaks out, and if she runs downstairs, we could at that time split up into 2, with some people going out the back door of the theatre and going round to the boarding house, try and head her off, and the other half going down to the dressing room to chase her that way. So we
Yeah,
could
that's
still
true.
do that. We could still do that without splitting into 2.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm worried that. You know how. Oh, this is a bit of a backstory question on my. Because recently when I went to Wisp, I met a group of mischief makers. They were all performers, like an act. It wouldn't be so much as a stretch to like do something to the audience as a spell. So I'm wondering if such a scenario could be the case here. That would just, I don't know, Well, people have been disappearing, yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe they've been putting people to sleep and just running off with that one person, and people wouldn't know.
Well, wouldn't that be kind of obvious if you fell asleep
You
if
wouldn't
everybody fell
know.
asleep in the middle of a concert or performance?
Maybe it was the nature of the performance.
So wait. I'm sorry. What exactly are you asking?
I'm confused on that too.
Am I aware of such magics that exist to do such a thing?
That can put audiences to sleep, or just affect audiences
Yeah.
in general?
Just audiences to sleep through the actual playing, more like bardic magic, I suppose.
You do know that there is. I mean, there are elven spellcasters in particular who cast their magic through music.
Yeah, because I've got a couple of spells that do it, not nearly on a grand scale. But
Like, you have a few spells that do that, but you know of.
they're
So-
far better.
And I'm not even talking about bards. I'm talking about spellcasters who explicitly cast their magic through music,
Playing.
singing, playing instruments, that sort of thing.
Would
There's even a
it
god
be
for
possible to pick up on that?
that. Are you hoping to recognize that in someone else, or are you hoping to do that in this group, in the audience?
Could I basically, if I was like sitting in the audience, could I intrinsically pay attention to whether or not a spell is being cast as she's playing it?
You would basically have to keep doing spellcraft checks. That's what spellcraft is for. If you're not explicitly familiar with something, then you would have to do spellcraft checks.
Alright, can I do a spellcraft check to know if I had, for example, earplugs, would the spell still affect me if I can't hear it? Or is that unique to the spell? Because magic works differently than
depends on the
actually...
spell.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter whether or not I could hear it or not.
Well,
necessarily.
it depends on the spell. Some spells, but it depends on the spell. If the spell, like, that they cast it through singing doesn't change the effects of the spell. So, if they were to cast a fireball, it doesn't matter if you can hear them sing or not. You're still going to get burned. If the spell itself specifically says, or it's clearly indicating that you have to hear it, like the priest's enthrall spell, then you would know that...
Not being able to hear it would stop the effect.
No,
Alright, yeah, no, I would make that suggestion for everyone to get earplugs just in case.
Okay.
Do you think I'm gonna need it with my armor?
You're not going to wear your helmet. That
Well,
looks.
the
That
armor
would look
protects-
stupid.
No. The armor protects.
Yeah, that's fine.
Painted
no.
armor protects me from charm. Do you think I'm still gonna need the earplugs?
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's a good point to make, is it doesn't hurt.
Okay. The one problem I see with that is that we won't be able to hear each other if we need to say something to each other.
Yeah.
It's
Well, we'll
too
just have to
bad
come
we
up
all
with
don't
a-
know sign language.
Yeah, that's something I'm seriously considering learning is like the Drow sign language or something. I don't know if there are other sign languages.
There's dwarven sign language. But I don't know
Thieves
if it's known
can't.
in more
Thieves
space.
can't. Has a lot of hand signs.
Oh, that's great. No one in the party. Well, I don't know if Sinrae knows thieves can't, but aside
Well-
from me,
Bel-
knows thieves can't.
Braxon
just
knows
saying.
signaling.
I do
You could-
know
you could
some
send
hand
semaphore.
signs.
You could send semaphore messages to Braxon telling him to take his earplugs out.
I mean, if you want to set up a, like, say that before you go in, you're going to make a couple, like, 3 hand signs, one meaning, charge. You do one specific hand sign, that just means anyone who's predetermined to
Gigs up.
charge is charge,
Yeah.
means charge. So, if you want to set up a handful of signs, you've got 4 hours at least before anything's happening.
We
So
can
you've got,
rehearse them.
yeah, or just say, like, hey, if I, touch my fingers to my forehead and then pull it away to the right, that means this. I don't need to know. You don't need to specify what the hand sign is, but if you want to say, we come up with the 3 hand signs. One means run away, one means charge, one means, whatever. Then that's fine. And then you can just say, I'm making the hand sign for charge, and then everyone else who's under, who would be, you predetermined would be responding to that, would then respond to it.
I suggest the hand sign for a charge is drawing your weapon, holding it high in front of you, and running forward.
Or screaming out in the name of your deity. Okay.
That's not a bad idea though.
But yeah, so long as they're reasonably simple.
Yeah.
So does anyone have silver dust on hand?
You can buy it. It's pretty
No.
easy to come by.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, considering that there's 2 apothecary shops literally right on this block. Or right near this block.
Braxon says, I just bought 5 silver daggers, but I'd rather you didn't shave them down.
That takes time anyway.
But,
Where would we
Yeah,
get flour?
silver dust is common reagent in many things.
if you can get silver dust, I'd suggest getting a couple of lots, and that way we can have 2 people that can try and approach it from different directions. So, Lafdul, you really don't like the idea of someone going up the top.
I'm not against it. I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it.
Because I want to pay attention in the audience to the spell casting.
Right.
Because I'm suspecting that spell works in play. And I need to,
Yeah.
me and Lev are the only ones that... I don't know about you, Solas, if you can pick up on that. If you have spellcraft.
I have spellcraft.
Alright, so me,
I-
Solas.
I could always go up. She's a pretty good. Sinrae is a pretty good climber.
Yeah. Well, then
But,
you
like-
wouldn't need to sneak and approach it with flowers, could you? You could sprinkle
Well,
the silver
well, I
over
mean,
from
if
above.
we're not, if the party nixes her going in before the show because of the by herself thing, which she will concede. It's either she's in the audience, somebody in the audience, one of the party can throw the flowers up on stage after the performance, because that is a very typical thing to do.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Who here has the best throwing arm?
Well, what I was going to say is, if someone was up in the rafters, could they not just throw silver dust above her to
Well, I
come down?
suggest-
No,
well, I
there's-
suggested we had
there's gonna be
Lafdul.
people up there
Hang on,
doing
hang on,
lights.
hang on, I haven't quite finished. Could someone not just throw silver dust on her when she's on stage from above to get her without needing flowers?
Well, I suggested that earlier with Lafdul being up there invisible and flying
Yeah,
and
but
dumping
maybe-
silver dust on her.
Maybe if Sinrae can go up there, maybe she could do that. And I'm
If
not
we-
saying you should do that. I'm just saying
If she can go invisible and fly, then that would be
She doesn't
an
need to
equally
fly.
good
Don't
Well,
need
need
to
to
flying
fly.
to avo-
there's
the
a
flying is
gantry
to
up
avoid people that would be working up above.
Yeah, there's going to be people. There's probably going to be people up in the rigging, in the up there for not like the curtains, but we did find the lighting system last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are
So
people
there
that
is
are up there
rafters.
working with the lights
Yeah,
and
And
everything
they're noisy as well.
for the stage
remember.
lights and stuff. So those people, if somebody's gonna be up there, they would want to stay out of the way of those people, which I think would involve flying.
There's also a walkway around the room. I mean, on the upper level.
Yeah,
And
And
if
there is
she's
At least the one who goes up there should be invisible.
yeah,
So hang on.
invisible, and I also suggest flying, but yeah.
So hang on, the walk around the room is at 360 degrees.
Yeah, it goes all the way around.
So as long as there weren't 2 people going in different directions, if someone was invisible and quiet, they could get away from. Well, Braxon says he'll do it if no one else will.
But can't we just reduce risk by having Lafdul or somebody else up there invisible and flying and then dump the silver on it?
Lafdul doesn't want to.
Lafdul doesn't want to.
I said somebody else could do it as well, but still, invisible in flight and then just dump it on them. It's simple.
It's not as easy as you make it sound to be invisible and flying.
Well, Lafdul wants to be in the audience so that he can examine her to see if he can see what evidence of her spell casting. So that means Lafdul's out.
And
Now, Braxon likes fighting, but essentially he's useless until a fight starts out. So
if you're wearing armor,
if no one else wants to go up top, Braxon will go up top invisible and attempt to stay out the way of people until the performance starts, and then he'll throw the silver down. But what he wants to know is, would throwing silver over someone make the invisibility go away?
probably.
it would
Probably.
be considered an attack.
Yeah, that'd be considered a hostile
Your
action.
intent is to cause an effect on someone, so it would be an attack.
Right. Okay, so throwing the silver on her will tip our hand, or at least tip Braxton's hand.
Yeah,
I think it's better if we play with subtlety and do it with the roses or flowers, because
Okay,
this
but then who
person
would be the
feeds-
best at throwing the flowers at her?
it's not that
it's not throwing them at her. You're throwing them on stage.
in the area. You're filling the area out with silver dust.
I thought you were gonna try to throw and hit her in the face with the flowers.
No, no,
No. Jesus, if you've ever been to
That
the
would be
theater,
quite rude.
when you get usually after a performance, especially with a concert or a singer or a musician, sometimes they throw flowers on stage, and the performer will pick them up and smell them. It is actually, speaking as the only woman in the room at the moment, that is like, there will be flowers I don't even like the smell of, and if somebody gives them to me, I'm going to put them to my nose and smell them, because it's like
What you do.
it's what you do when you're given flowers. You smell them and go, oh, how lovely, even if you've just been given a flower stench.
well, not dying.
Out of character, I knew that. In character, Ockar just assumed you were just gonna throw it at her face.
No, that's what the tomatoes are for.
Oh.
Yeah, if she was bad, we'd throw a silver laced with silver tomatoes at her.
We could still lace a tomato itself and throw it
No,
at her.
we're not doing that.
I mean, it might be normal courting procedure in Okkar's home culture to throw flowers in the face of you are courting.
Yeah, there's
It'll be a
also
brawl condition then.
there's also along with throwing flowers on the stage. Depending on the culture of this particular theater, throwing coin on the stage might also be a thing.
Yeah, just throw a silver coin at her.
Yeah, that's you got to be careful with that, because that would be classed as like an assault if you're doing it at the person.
Yeah, but then it reveals that they're a monster, so it gets swept under the rug.
We never figured that out. We're just assuming.
We don't have a.
You figured that out. You saw it through the memories.
Yeah, but we do not have a.
We don't know her weaknesses.
We
just
do
going
not know
by-
if the silver is going to cause that kind of reaction.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is if you bounce a silver coin off of her nose and it doesn't transform her into a monster,
You say you have bad aim.
and she goes, ouch, you threw a silver coin on my nose, and we don't have any proof, that's not necessarily a good outcome.
Yeah, well, at that point, it
Well,
would be, oh,
we don't
my
know
aim was
anything else.
off.
We don't know anything else that a lycanthrope is weak to.
Yeah,
So we still have to at least try the silver.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you've heard about Wolfsbane and so
We
stuff
don't know
like that.
that'll affect a werewolf.
True.
We know that'll affect a werewolf.
Well, you also
Didn't
don't
sound-
know for sure that it would affect a werewolf either. But yes, Lafdul.
Could I use telepathy to interrupt the spell by just confusing them, by just garbling up their concentration?
So you're thinking someone is casting a spell and you cast telepathy upon them, and
Then to
start just like
interrupt them.
pouring
'Cause
thoughts
I
into their
s-
head, kind of thing.
Yeah. Terrible jokes.
Let me take a look at the spell description, because obviously you'd have to get
Because
the
you
spell
can
off
taunt.
first.
There's no stats for it, but it does say it can be used to taunt or something of that nature.
Oh, right. Here's an idea. Would we be able to tie a bag of silver up above the stage and use some method to open the bag?
Like creating a silver dust scattering trap?
Yeah.
Well, we would have to.
We need a trap maker. None of us are trap makers.
None of us are skilled at trap making, so no.
Here's a plan. We use the flower plan, but we specifically get the wolfsbane flowers to be mixed in the bunch.
Surely a werefox would know that a mile off. They would just see that or smell it. We have to assume they've got good smell.
It would be reasonable to assume that if wolfsbane affects a lycanthrope, that they would recognize it in its native
What it
form.
is.
Mm-hmm.
You could hide it amongst a load of other flowers.
Wolfsbane is kind of distinct.
Well, the question also is where could we get flowers?
I'm sure that there are shops in towns where
Yeah,
you can
there's
buy
flowers
flowers.
all
Yeah.
over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, they sell flowers on Pearl.
Yeah. Is
Okay,
there place
so-
closed?
If you just look around, you'll find like florists everywhere.
Okay, everybody. So we've kind of talked a lot about this. So what is our plan for this? Let's kind of start getting something concrete going here.
Yeah, like
Oh.
the things that you've
talking-
discussed so far that you know you want to do at the moment. You know, nail those down, so then you can build a plan around that.
I'd
Okay.
think it would be going into the theater as a group.
As one group, or should we split up into two?
One group allows us to use the spell to protect us all.
I think as one group simply because, we know
What
how
if
easy she
There's
can
an
charm
ambush in
people.
there.
Okay,
There
how about
will be
this?
an ambush in there.
Okay, how about this? We go and as a group to watch the play. Hopefully, have a spell on us to help protect us from any sort of charming that might be take effect. When the play is over or when there's a halftime, I don't know. We throw the flowers on the stage, heavy enough that it disperses the silver dust, hopefully exposing the silver hair lady to it and causing her to become the fox lady. Hopefully that causes something. And in that case, we do what Braxon likes to do and bop him on the head. Sound good?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
And if
Okay.
the silver dust doesn't if it doesn't like waft at her, we can always hope that by handling the flowers will also.
No,
No,
just
we
cover
might
it.
tip our hand just by dumping the silver dust on her.
It's intermission, not halftime.
All right, real fast. Lafdul, to answer your question about telepathy, whether that would interrupt her spell, you would have to just...
Surprise her.
Well, at best, it would be a chance to disrupt it. I'll put it that way. The fact that I mean, there's no rules for just like constantly shouting at someone to interrupt their spell. So you know, you don't know for sure whether it would work. If it did, it would be more of a chance thing. Like maybe I would have her make a saving throw or some sort of check, something like that. I'm not saying what I would do right now because you don't know, but that's the kind of thing that would happen, and it would probably only work once. You know,
Yeah,
as a surprise thing, because, you know, it would be a kind of thing where, you know, you set it up and then you hold it until you're ready.
Oh.
Right.
My ring of telekinesis can do up to 50 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Is that within range within the theatre?
Oh, yeah. 50
If I
yards
try
is
to
150
yank her
feet.
instrument
Yeah.
to interrupt the playing.
That
Right,
sounds
that's-
good. So
So if I
maybe
pick up on it, I can literally just interrupt the spellcasting.
Could you also use that ring to make a bag of silver drop on that?
That would be very apparent. Me just holding my hand up, levitating it.
Oh, I know that would be very apparent. I mean, if things go down, if we know that silver does affect her, if we knew already if there was silver up there, would that be worth doing? Or are we just going to go with one lot of silver?
It'd be pretty easy. I mean, like, if you could get silver up there unnoticed beforehand, it would be very easy to, like, and you set it up to just be a sack that you pull a string on and it opens up and dumps it out. That'd be very easy and very quick. The problem, of course, being getting that up there in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
don't
could
think we
totally
have-
send somebody in invisibly to go set that up.
Can we
You are
even get
obsessed with
inside?
invisibility.
It's one of the
Can we-
best spells.
Question, can we actually get someone inside?
Beforehand?
Yeah, I don't think we've actually discussed the possibility of that actually happening, because there are people inside.
You
We
have
got
not...
inside beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, you've been inside beforehand, but
Yeah.
there wasn't anyone there at the time. You don't know
Now
what their
there is.
capabilities are. You don't know what how many people are in there. You don't know what kind of magic they might have in the first place. I mean, you could certainly try, but
We don't know if they can see invisible people or anything like that.
That and the door would have to
I'm
open,
more worried
and
about
that's
them
noticeable.
smelling us than seeing us.
Yeah, that's a good point. If it's a were creature.
Yeah, they've
Okay,
got good
so-
smell.
What I'm thinking is, if salt does damage them, and not salt, if silver, if silver does damage them, no, I've got this Star Trek thing in my head. If silver does damage her, and we throw some silver with the flowers, and she goes, if we had more silver, we could just keep pelting her with silver.
Ah, I just thought it might be a bit of a long shot. There aren't any silver manacles around, are there? Would they be a thing, or would they be a custom?
you would probably have to get them made custom.
Yeah.
Why didn't any
Yeah.
of us think of this?
Braxon was lucky to get five silver daggers. You could maybe get normal manacles and throw silver dust over them.
That would
Roll
just
them
be
in
like
silver.
itchy, and
Yeah, the silver would
Yeah.
come off pretty quick.
it would just
Yeah.
be a case of shaking them off.
Waste
You
it
get
first.
irritated, but
Yeah, but could she break even normal manacles if you get to put them on her?
I think we're gonna have to bop around the head to knock her out if she
Yeah,
turns.
I
into a
think let's go with the
Yeah.
getting tickets, going in, and
Oh, wait, we
throwing
want to take her in
flowers.
alive?
No, I don't think we're going to be taking her in alive. I was saying let's go with the plan of getting the tickets, getting into the show, having the protection spell around us, and throwing the flowers coated in silver dust onto the stage, and playing it from there, and seeing where things go.
And
Yeah.
I'll see about inviting my cousin who's in the guard, so we have
all
a
right, let's go get
official
some
witness
flowers.
of sorts.
Okay. And
Choose
at
your-
this stage, we still have the option to back out and not have a fight.
Yeah, because if the silver dust doesn't do anything, like if she picks them up and smells them, and that doesn't even affect her, then we know we need to plan a different strategy. But
Yep.
I think we should go. I think we should start going forward, because otherwise we're going to talk the entire session.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's 5 gold pieces for enough silver dust. I think that would be enough. That'd be enough for any one of the spells that requires it, and I think that'd be enough to, coat some flowers.
Okay. As Sinrae will go and buy that.
Okay.
I am not, because I have other plans when that happens, basically.
Ooh.
Okay.
No. With the telepathy and yanking with the ring, that's going to take my attention.
Oh, you mean you're not going to be throwing the?
Yes,
no, I was
that's
planning
why
on
I'm
Sinrae
not.
doing it.
Yeah. So if other people do it.
That's fair, and while you would not be able to use the telekinesis and the throw the flowers, you could, if you've already cast the telepathy spell, you could use the telepathy to talk to her mentally and throw the flowers. Once a spell is cast, you don't need to do any concentration to use it. It's the same as talking.
What skill is throwing based off of?
It's dexterity.
Dexterity,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So that would be me or laughter is probably the best.
Yeah.
Bet.
And
Oh,
the
shall
two
we
people.
Shall we queue up for our tickets?
I want to get some.
Oh, I still need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ockar
I'm
needs to
also
talk to
going to
his
make
sister.
myself.
Or his cousin.
Cousin.
I also plan on going as a female elf as well. Oh, that probably now.
Okay, so you're using the
Okay.
Hat of Disguise?
Yeah, and I'm gonna have more for my hair to have silver hair as well,
Okay.
and try and make myself look as elegant as or opaque as not opaque, opulent as I can.
Sinrae's like, stop copying me.
You got silver hair?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's in her picture.
Okay.
You can be sisters. She was married to Braxon yesterday. She can be your sister today.
We are all a big happy family.
Sinrae of many
I just
talents.
met you guys.
All right, so Ockar is wearing the magical bandit armor. Is anyone else going in their normal armor, or are they choosing to wear something else, or what? And this is more
I
directed at...
will I will cast an armor spell on myself
Okay.
before I'm going to the theater.
All right,
I
that's
am
fine.
wearing my silenced elven chain underneath my clothing because it allows me
Yes.
to do so.
Very easy to do.
I'm not wearing armor.
Okay.
Oh, we have.
You
are
are
armor.
armor.
He is armor. We have some pretty armor that Braxon never wears, which is fancy armor.
What?
We found some fancy banded armor.
Wasn't that the stuff that Ockar's wearing?
Yeah.
No, this is something that you found a really, 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 really long time ago.
Oh.
Oh, another. Oh, what says that?
Well, Braxton doesn't normally wear it because it's pretty. So he can wear that because it looks pretty.
Would I be
Wait.
able to hide my leather armor under my cloak?
Yes.
Okay. She's gonna. Sinrae will wear her leather armor.
Lafdul gonna wear armor?
Yeah, I'm wearing my elven chain.
So, Braxton,
Underneath my clothing.
are you gonna wear that?
Yeah, Braxton's going to wear the banded armor. I have no idea what it does. I probably should have got a legend lore done on it.
Turns
probably
out it's cursed.
It's probably cursed. Yeah, Braxton's going to turn into a giant frog or something.
Ald's frantically looking through his notes. What was this? What was this?
It is
Bandit armor
literally
eyes
the
on.
very first item in my party's treasure list. Now, I mean, I break that
Where-
down by character, but it's Braxon is the first character, and that is the very first item in his list.
This is either gonna go really good or really bad.
Turns out
Yeah.
it's +5 banded armor.
Turns
Is-
out
is
you've
there
had it
a-
for an extremely long time.
Yeah, I know. Is there anything on there? Because that other armor we had some sort of epaulets that you had to tweak in order to do something.
No, I mean, it's just, it looks like it's ceremonial armor.
Yeah.
The kind of thing
Oh.
that a lord might wear on a parade day or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah, see, it's even better.
Does it have the same protection as regular armor? Is it worse?
It's banded armor.
As far as you know, it's banded armor, regular banded armor.
Ah.
It's just pretty.
I mean, it's magic. You guys did detect it as being magical.
Yeah, it could be cursed. We'll find out.
Oh, is it sized for humans then?
Yes.
It fits Braxton, which is why Braxton has it.
Banded armor of polymorph to lycanthrope.
Super like
Yeah,
rope armor.
It's armor of being charmed by werefoxes.
Okay, so other than the purchasing of flowers, and which the flowers would run a silver piece.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably have flowers.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could also have multiple people throwing flowers all at once, just in case no one else in the audience is doing so.
Yeah.
Good
So, like,
idea.
if 3 of you are throwing
Yeah.
flowers, or 5 of you are throwing flowers, then it may not look quite so weird if just one of you is doing so, if there isn't anyone else in the audience doing the same.
You
Yeah, we
lace
could
them
do that.
all with silver.
Yep.
Gonna be shiny and sparkly.
So 1 silver piece for the flowers, and how much was it gold to coat those silver?
I want some really good flowers there.
5 gold pieces to get powdered silver.
Yeah, and definitely flowers that won't look odd with silver dust on them. So probably whitish flowers.
Yep, that's fine.
Does everybody have at least a silver weapon or a magic weapon?
Yeah. Well, it would just be
Braxton's got-
Sinrae and
Mainly asking. I'm mainly asking the 2 new people.
I
Braxton's
have
got-
silver
yeah.
flight arrows, and I had said that I would take one of the silver daggers.
You can say one of
And-
Braxton's daggers.
I have a silver
Yes.
slingshots and a spells.
Okay.
Anyone else want one of the silver daggers Braxton got?
I'm gonna be going in with my magic sword, so I think I'll be fine.
Lafdul, could you expand upon that question you whispered to me, if you don't mind being open about it? I'm not sure exactly what you mean.
I would have to PM. Yeah.
So you don't
Carry
want
on.
everyone to know, huh?
No.
Yeah, PM me a little bit more, because I'm not sure exactly what what your thought process is there.
This is gonna be good.
Alright, so, okay. So the party is going to go back, get their armor equipped as they want it, buy these the flowers and the silver dust. Is there anything that anyone else wants to do in the meantime?
Get some to eat.
Yeah, Ockar, your cousin, possibly invite one of her female friends from the guards.
I can ask.
Yeah.
That might be good.
One of her female friends or more.
I'll see what I can do.
Just
Yeah,
so
you
it's
can-
not just your cousin's word,
Yeah.
in case it comes to that.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Alright, so
Alright.
Ockar goes off to meet his cousin Idis. She is currently on duty, but you are able to find her. How are you going to, propose the plan to her?
Okay, so well, I plan to mainly just be honest about the thing, giving her a rundown of what we know and what's been going on and what our idea is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna ask her if she and a female friend of hers can come and act as witnesses.
Given the danger, she tells you that she wouldn't be comfortable bringing anyone else along, but she could accompany you. She does say that she thinks it would look weird coming in her armor, however.
I have a spare set of armor.
Well, no, she thinks it would be weird coming in armor.
Yeah, but we all plan to come in armor since
Well,
for
we're all
adventurers
either,
it shouldn't look weird.
some of us are wearing either fancy armor or hiding our armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Praxis got fancy armor. She's got regular watch armor, which would stand out.
Mm.
She could
And
just be
other
there
than
for
her
a witness,
short
we would
sword,
do the
she would not
fighting.
be bringing her halberd or her
She would
crossbow.
just be a
Well,
witness.
I
Bring...
can loan you a silver battle axe.
Just let her be a witness.
Yeah, she's literally
Well,
there in an
We
official.
don't need you to get into the fight anyway. We just need you there as a witness for what's going on.
It wouldn't hurt for him to give us something to defend herself, even if it
But
was.
I can give you a silver battle axe to defend yourself with, and we got silver daggers.
She doesn't know how to use a battle axe.
Okay, what about the silver daggers?
She would take a silver dagger.
Yeah, then we'll give her the remaining silver dagger.
Okay.
She will still bring her short sword just to be on the safe side, but she is not going to be wearing armor. You've told her that you only need her to be a witness, however, so...
We're hopefully gonna keep her safe.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't want to get him killed.
Okay.
If anything, she can run off to the other watch or something.
Yeah.
If
Alright.
we get her in on that plan.
So, Idis comes along when you guys, she gets, her shift is over, at 4. So, she says that she'll meet you guys at your ship before you head over.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Mm.
Alright. Alright, anything else that you guys want to do before you...
I'm leaving Beowulf at the ship.
Okay.
Okay, so
I don't think I'd be allowed to take him to the theater.
You could...
Probably not.
probably not.
But
Also,
he likes it.
hold on just a second. So we have enough silver powder for multiple bouquets of flowers, right? Yes.
Did more than one
Yes.
person buy it?
I'll buy silver.
I did not, so...
You said it was
That's-
5 gold each, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Done. How many of us do we want to do that? 1, 2, 3.
I already bought my.
You already bought yours? Okay.
And I've already bought mine as well.
All right. I will buy enough for everybody else to be able to do this.
Well, did everyone else buy flowers?
Braxton didn't
I
buy
also
flowers,
bought those.
but
I'll buy
But-
flowers.
How much are the flowers?
1 silver.
1 silver piece.
1 silver. Okay.
I suppose I will, to keep up appearances. Yeah.
I got it for everybody.
And then we all
Cool.
throw the flowers at
so
her.
you're buying well, Braxton will go up and present them if he's wearing fancy armor.
You don't go on stage. You might
go
go
on
to the edge of
stage.
the stage
No.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be a very bad idea.
Yeah, he's not
Okay,
going to go
flowers
on
and everything bought. And everybody has like a silver something or a magical something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Braxton's got his stick of many buttons, and he's got 3 silver daggers. Cause he's
Lafdul
given-
said, I got a silver scroll tube, I'll just whack you over the head with that. Doesn't matter
No.
about the 18th level spell scroll inside that has gates.
Which sword were you using, Ockar?
The Cox Crow.
Okay.
Oh, it's got a name.
Yes.
Yeah, it's had a name ever since I got it.
Oh. Oh. It's a +3.
I will make sure my guns are loaded up with the +1 ammo.
Oh, Lafdul.
No.
That tube
No.
I've got.
Just like, no.
That tube I've got that reveals hidden things. We've
Oh.
assumed that reveals invisible things. Do you think it would? Do you think if Braxton blew that dust on her, it would turn her into a werefox?
Give me a spellcraft check, Lafdul.
Okay. I was just going to outright deny that, but...
Am I in the range of hearing?
Yeah, I need 11.
Alright, then you can say what you were going to say.
Yeah, Lafdul will be like, well, if she was invisible, that's how I'm playing it, then I wouldn't know that it would work on making her turn to her true form. I mean, it might work, I just don't know that it would.
Okay, Braxton's going to take that, but he won't use it unless...
Hey, even if we get a violent allergic reaction to silver, we'll be golden.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like even if she's not, even if she just needs an EpiPen, we're good.
Yeah.
Debilitator.
I don't think they have EpiPens in Spelljammer.
I know.
No, that's called a cleric.
He stabs
We
you
just
with
look
a
like
dagger and you
jerks.
suddenly stand up again. I said, "Why did you stab me?" I was like, "You feeling better?" "Yeah, I am." "Hey, what?"
Well, Braxon has used his sticker mini buttons to suck the life out of Lafdul twice.
Yeah, don't do that again.
You told me to.
Poor Lafdul.
We could just. I just had this mental image of all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 6 of us just throwing bouquets of flowers at her on the stage.
Yeah, well, some of us will probably be a little bit behind. We'll be in the same general area, but probably not
Spaced
all
out.
looking like
We
we're
had to be
sitting
close
together.
enough we had to be close enough to all be affected by the protection from evil spell.
Yes. It doesn't mean we all have to be sitting directly next to each other. Like, some could be sitting in front and some could be sitting behind.
Yeah. We just gotta make sure that none of our bouquets hit each other in the process.
Like Robin Hood? A bouquet that goes directly in the middle of another bouquet.
No, I meant like we throw them and they all hit each other in midair and just fall into the crowd.
I
Right.
think we'd have to fail some rolls really badly.
Oh,
You hit
no,
the person
we
in
can
front
do
of you.
that. We can do that.
Yeah, me and
Before.
Braxton have done that.
We've had Braxon and Lafdul set themselves on fire. I have full faith that we can screw this up.
Sinrae is wondering if she wants to be hanging around you guys anymore.
So,
We had an amazing plan, and then they lit themselves on fire with alchemist fire.
all right. So you guys
Right,
are gonna
That
go
sounds like an amazing plan.
make your way over to the theater now, or
Yes.
Yeah.
okay. Yep.
Do we have any other items? Does anyone have any other items that might help?
Oh, would we be taking our backpacks?
I don't know. Would you be taking your backpacks?
No, but would it be bad etiquette to?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you're already coming in with ranged weapons, melee weapons, and armor in many cases. So,
I still have that strength on me, right?
We're just weird adventurers.
yeah, but I don't
she-
think that's gonna last up until the time of the show.
Okay, so I'm going to bring a potion of strength, and yeah, I'm just gonna bring a potion of strength in one of my belt pouches, and that's really the only magic that's the really only thing I plan to take with me that's in my backpack.
I got a question for Higgimus.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if we could mix a little bit of silver in with smoke powder? And
It's not the
like
smoke powder that hurts them; it's the little ball of metal that comes flying out.
You get a silver ball or something, and that's fine.
You have to get like a silver bullet.
He's got magical bullets.
Let him
anyway.
finish. What were you
well,
suggesting to
just
sit up with?
just so that if we a bit of smoke powder and a bit of silver, so that when we fire the bullet, would it have any effect? But same like people are saying we need silver gun bullets.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah,
would.
you
If that's your intention.
Can we get any of those?
Higgimus would know that mixing silver into the smoke powder would probably make it inert anyway.
Right.
Yeah. You would have to.
Can we get silver bullets for our guns? Because Braxton's thinking of just taking 3 silver daggers and the stick of many buttons.
Not
So
on
he
any
doesn't-
short notice.
I have one
Right.
more +1 bullet I can give you
Oh,
if you want to load your gun up with a bullet.
yeah.
All right, that'll be all of my bullets.
Question old.
Mhm.
The protection from evil 10 feet radius.
Yep.
And will it start the radius from the outer layer of the person who it is cast, or basically from the center of that person? Because I mean, Higgimus is a big boy.
It generally starts from the outer edge kind of thing. I mean,
big bones.
it's he's big, but he's still takes up the same 5 foot.
Spells
Square,
tend to
so-
fail on him in general, so he's not the best recipient.
Yeah, that's true.
Considering how much those skills are worth.
Yeah, Higgimus doesn't think he's going to be able to be beguiled. He doesn't find little people attractive like that.
Not many people find horses attractive, but you know.
Doesn't work as well when she's not here. All right, so
Okay, so
do you want to
do
cast
we
the
pay-
spells when you the protection from evil spells when you get into the theater, or before you even walk up? When do you want to cast these?
Well, we're gonna have to
I,
wait in line.
How
so-
visible the casting is?
Yeah, very noticeable. You're
It's
reading
from it.
fairly
Probably have to
noticeable, but
cast
you
it.
do have a very big boy in the party and a whole bunch of other people.
crowd
They could
around.
you could kind of crowd around, make a little cluster, and then have the person casting it be in the middle, and that would certainly reduce the noticeability.
Yeah, let's do that. We can do that as we
In
start to
that,
go in.
in that case, we can cast it inside.
Wow.
I don't think we should cast it inside.
I
Just
don't
in
know about
case.
casting
Or,
inside. Cast
Or,
it, no, because it'll
or
last.
while we are waiting for the tickets.
We can do that as we're about to go in.
Just
Yeah,
before we
'cause-
go in.
Because casting it inside means that she could possibly detect it, or somebody else that's in her thrall could detect it.
Or they might have cast something on the building that does things to people as they come in.
Yeah.
Do you want
That'd
to
be
cast it,
very
Lafdul,
expensive.
or do I cast it?
It's up to you. I don't mind either way. I mean, I've got a better chance of casting because I'm higher level, but if you want to do it as a player, because you were given this item,
Well, it's basically party item, so I think I will give it to you because you have the higher chance.
I will just cast the item. I won't take it into my inventory, but I will cast one of the spells when it
Well,
comes to
there's one scroll with 2 spells on it. Protection for
Alright.
protection from evil 10-foot radius spells.
Alright,
10th
so
level
am I
spell.
adding this to my inventory then, am I?
I mean, you can, but I mean, the idea is I would assume to cast these like this
No,
session,
I
so-
will cast it, but I will give it back to Solas afterwards, actually. Because you don't actually have that many scrolls, so.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
but never mind. I mean, I assumed you guys were gonna be casting both of them, but
No,
It's up
we're
to
all
you.
we're all gonna stay. We're all gonna stay in a really tight huddle and shuffle in.
Yeah,
Oh, are we casting both?
we might want to cast both.
Well, it would
Alright,
be.
no, that's fine. Then one should
How
be
long
the
do they
cast.
last?
It's
Uh,
1 turn per level.
What level will they cast at?
10th.
Would it
Oh,
last
turns.
long enough?
100 minutes.
so I've 20% chance of failing with me casting it.
How long does the play usually go for until like intermission or whenever we can throw the flowers up there?
30
We
to
got
60
told
minutes.
30 minutes. We got
30
told
to
30.
60. You were told 30 to 60 minutes.
So the scrolls would last long enough to get us through.
Hopefully.
I would say you cast a scroll once, and if the thing drags on and it looks like we need additional protection, then you
Yeah.
can try to just cast it again.
But that also means that everyone needs to stay within the 10-foot radius if you want the protection.
Yeah.
Which kind of
Uh,
means that you'd all be like a one single area of effect spell is hitting all of you every single time.
That's true, but then if we cast it twice, it's going to be on 2 people, and people are going to stay in those 2 groups.
At least you're
So it's
reducing chances of being hit by
yeah,
having everyone hit by area of effect spells.
yeah, okay. But if we're going to have it cast on 2 people, then who are those 2 people? It's going to be the question.
One of the casters and one of the melee.
Yeah. One
Yeah.
of the melee and one of
And
the
plus, I
casters.
don't know if it would overwrite Ockar's or work with in conjunction with Ockar's natural aura.
Let's cast one on Higgimus.
Not
Higgimus might
Higgimus,
be
Oh.
immune to it.
Braxon. Let's cast it on
Yeah.
Braxon.
Braxon,
One on
and
Braxon and one on
Probably leather.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could do it on Leva, or we could do it on Solas or on Lafdul.
If
You guys.
hang on, if you do it in Solas or Lafdul, if Lever or Sinrae split off, we're guessing with our theory that they will be protected because they're female. So if we cast this on male members of the group, then it's more likely to be helping.
It also, yeah, I suppose. It also hedges out physical attacks from a werebite. Because he can't physically make contact with you.
Oh, yeah. Well, then Lever would be a good person, wouldn't she? Because she's got low hit
I've
points.
got a
Yeah.
spell of
So does
protection
Solas.
from evil if I need to cast that. I cast that on Solas then. He's the other male.
Yeah, casting it on Solas would be good.
So Solas and Braxon.
So you'll do that like right before you go into the theater, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was just
Alright.
detecting, not detecting, checking a spell. Because I have to detect charms. Wow, memorized. I was checking the duration on it. Takes a round to cast. My God.
Hopefully, this funky armor of Braxton's won't.
There's only verbal
Sort of
massive.
spell. Is there anything you can do with your ability to disguise people to make Braxton look like some wealthy fop?
You got jewellery?
Where he have the fancy armor.
Yeah, there's not much else. I mean, the armor's fine. In all
Right.
honesty.
Okay. I just meant to help sell the idea that there's a reason.
I
why
mean,
to-
yeah, if we were back on the ship and we had like various assortments of jewellery, other clothes, then yeah, I could make you look a little bit better. And Lafdul is going as a female elf.
Okay. All right. So
with silver hair.
you guys
Looking like Sinrae.
as a group arrive at the theater. There's already a little bit of a crowd, about 15 people already lined up. So I'm just gonna like put you guys roughly where you might be. You can shift yourselves around a little bit. Order may or may not matter right here, but I'm just gonna put you guys in a bit of a line. You go around the corner.
And we each buy a ticket or something?
The tickets are as you go in, basically.
Okay.
Right.
You pay.
5 silver.
Have we made any cover story for who we are?
People coming
just-
to enjoy a show.
Yeah.
We
True.
don't have to have a cover story.
Do you want to
I
have a
was
cover
already
story
thinking,
just in case, though?
Backstory for my cover.
No, I just want to know what the latest rage is about this trend. You know, we've been out on a ship for months. You know, it's nice to.
Yeah, we hear people keep raving about her singing voice, and we want to hear it.
Are you coming as a clear group, or are you?
I suggest we come as like individuals.
It comes
Yeah,
to
I think it's
individuals.
better we
Yeah,
are
individuals.
Mhm. Yeah.
Means we might be
or,
signed to
or in
sea
pairs at
separate.
maximum.
I mean,
Well,
are
That
there
would make
seats
it
or-
questionable grouping up together around the person's casting the protection from evil spells.
Yeah.
That's true.
Did those
Well-
spells actually work?
You've just lined up. You haven't actually cast them yet. I'll roll in a minute.
Is there seating in the theater, or is it like?
There is seating, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Ever seen? What I was going to say is we've got what looks like a more equal mix of boys and girls. So we could pretend we're going as pairs in a group.
Yeah.
Is what, like
And-
couples?
Kind of, yeah, but like not
Group
like
date.
not like dating. No, we could be going to this and then we're going to go off for a meal together afterwards or something like that.
Work colleagues or something.
Well, just a group of people that have come to this together, and then we're going to go off together.
Hmm.
Well, we do have one married couple and...
Well, Braxon and Sinrae they've already practiced this. I mean, me and
Braxon
Lever
just
did it
didn't
one
deny
time,
it.
but I
Braxon-
transformed myself into a woman at the moment. So.
How about
Yeah.
2 groups? So for the 2 spells
Yeah. Do
areas.
Okay.
you have the melee group and the caster group? Because that was the whole premise behind having the...
Yeah.
I guess Lafdul would technically be part of the melee group.
No.
You're more of a melee person than a ranged person.
So that gives you what looks like 3 females in the caster group and 1 male. No, 3 female. Yeah.
Don't forget, I'm also making myself look like a female, so...
Yeah. That's what I said. What it looks
Where
like.
what are you, like, stuffing your shirt?
No, I
No.
use my hat of disguise to make myself the equivalent of a generic female moon elf with silver hair. That's wearing a very nice gown or dress or something appropriate, like formal outerwear.
Yeah. Which hopefully means that the werefox won't try and hypnotise him. Just go, I'll have to eat that one for dinner later.
Super hypnosis.
No, Lafdul has a hunch that it affects males, so he just doesn't want to be a male.
Yeah.
She's just so tired of eating people right now.
Well, I guess we get to find out whether you're immune because you're pretending to be a female, or whether you're not immune because the power can get through your deception.
It's whether or not she realizes I am for what I am.
Yeah.
And actively tries her power against me.
All right, so if you're going to be going in 2 groups, what are the 2 groups? What's the first group? Higgimus, Braxon, Ockar. Anyone else?
I'll
Move
go with that.
move
Okay, Sinrae.
Solas in front of me, or someone. I will go further back. Back to... Yeah.
Idis, his cousin would probably be with Ockar.
Okay.
So that's at least 4 of the first group. Is everyone else in the second group, or
Yes,
How do you-
there's,
Alt? Hold down Alt. So, who do you want in the second group?
I
Yeah.
will be in the second group.
I guess I'll be in the second group.
It's pretty
I
much
will
all the
be in
women in the second. Oh no, Solas myself. Never mind.
There's our female friend off the ship as well.
Yeah, Viradra's
Whose
in
name
there.
I'm trying to remember the name of.
If
Let me have her name actually
if
display.
the spell is cast on Braxon, shouldn't Braxon be near Lafdul to make it easier to cast in?
Yeah, Lafdul. Put Braxon at the back of the group for a minute, and Ockar and Idis further up one.
I mean, by grouping yourself up like this, it may look a little bit weird.
Yeah. Well, then we're not dating then.
Well, don't put Higgimus at the front of the group. Put Ockar and Idis at the front. Because Higgimus is like, well, the Giff tend to command little people. So if he doesn't look like he's commanding us, then it might look a little bit better.
Higgimus can pass himself off as Braxon's bodyguard. Braxon's rich.
Yeah, at the moment he is, yeah.
Okay.
Ceremonial armor.
You're happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. After you've been in line for about 10 minutes, it's a bit after, so it's around 5:30ish. The door to the theater opens up, and a bearded man comes out and says, "We have a special treat for you all today. We'll have an early performance, so you can all start filing in and purchasing your tickets."
Mm.
Should we
Really?
start getting off with this spell casting?
You're gonna cast
I
the
have-
spells now, Lafdul?
I
Yeah.
have a bad feeling about this.
'Cause It looks like we're just gonna have to hurry this up. So
Okay.
on Braxon first. 20% failure.
All right.
It'll be protection from good or something.
The spell succeeds on Braxon, and then on Solas.
The other one, Solas behind me.
And the spell succeeds on Solas.
Is there any other? How long does this take? Are we moving as this is being cast?
Yeah, but slowly.
Could I cast? Hang on, let me just check to see if it's a area of effect one creature or creature around. Yeah, I'll cast Detect Charm.
Let me take a look at that spell.
It lasts for a turn, and it takes a turn for me to notice. So basically, as I'm going in and sitting down, I'm going to look around for Aura for some of the others.
Braxton's going to say while we're still in line, while we're getting ready to go in, an early performance is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like there's a reason behind it.
Well, we're committed now, so.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could always pull out of the line.
No.
No, it's far too late for that.
And it's cost us way too much. For Braxton in particular.
We bought so much, and we've already cast the spell, so we may as well go in.
Yeah. Yeah, these flowers will go off if we wait.
That's the most important part.
They'll
Yeah,
wilt
that
a-
is the most important thing.
They'll start to wilt a bit.
Also, faster we can get this thing solved, faster we can possibly find the victims.
Your sister.
Yeah. Or we,
Any spells that you want to Levit cast?
she does strength on someone usually, doesn't she?
No,
She's
she's
already
already
done
cast
that
it for
today.
Right.
And it's
Use
already
strength on
expired.
me.
It's already expired.
Yeah.
Does my Blessed Watchfulness have like a couple hours left?
What was the
Actually-
original
10
duration?
hours.
10 hours? Yes, it still has a couple hours left.
And how long does strength usually last as a spell? Because I think I'm gonna drink my strength potion.
Well, the spell itself normally lasts a very long time.
Potions
many hours.
wouldn't
Potions
last an hour, though,
do
would it?
not. They may, but potions may last an
Nice.
hour, but
Then I will wait until until the show is
When
about to
swords
wrap
start
up.
getting drawn or stuff like that, then drink it as you
Okay.
Yeah.
I
you
just cut
cannot
out
drink
there.
a potion in charge.
Oh no, no, but at the start of combat, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Well, I was thinking like, as we're getting to like the end, and that's where we throw the flowers. Before it gets to that point, I'm gonna drink it, and then hopefully it'll last at least long enough for when we get into combat.
Okay. Braxon, you were saying something about getting cut off? Or you...
Yeah, I got cut off. I was just answering what you said before and said, what's Lever got that will last?
Well,
When you said, do you want us to
Invisibility.
cast any spell?
I mean, I'm looking through right now. Looks like she's got Cat's Grace.
Cast
reading
that
this right.
on Lafdul or Sinrae.
I don't know.
Nope, my bad. She does not have that.
Right.
Misreading the line.
Has Vradra got anything?
I'll look it
So-
up.
Said she had the silence and the protection, I think.
Or she can just cast that when she feels.
Oh,
it's
she's got
done.
lightning bolts now.
Yeah, well, that's an
Cast
offensive.
lightning bolt at the theater.
Oh,
She wants to make a show.
she has 2 stone skin spells.
How long does stone skin last?
24 hours or until it's used up.
Okay.
Don't forget they cost 1,000 gold.
Hey, wouldn't that also be a little noticeable?
Yeah, because then your skin would turn to stone.
It doesn't actually.
Yeah.
The spell doesn't actually say that.
Oh.
No.
Well, who do you think should get the spell, guys?
I
think that's a cast spell that's cast during combat,
yeah.
if need
I-
be.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I will say that if that's what you want her to cast, that'll be it, when we go to a new round of combat. If someone wants that on them, they will need to say so because she's not here to make those decisions.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
as
Because
to
we are literally
Varadra-
throwing thousands of gold away here. So
yeah.
far.
Yeah.
No,
We can't
Varadra
afford to
wouldn't.
do this.
Varadra wouldn't want to do that.
Well,
That's
no,
not
no.
like-
I mean, that's not what Varadra has. That's Leva.
Oh, Leva has stone skin.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Varadra.
And
What's their 4th level wild magic spell?
I don't think she's got.
She would have to have one, wouldn't she?
Yeah, let me take a look.
She got because she was previously 8th, so she would.
They're
have...
not there. That's what she has.
Oh. Oh, that would be great on her instrument. Can I've obviously clued in Leva with the plan that, if we suspect she's casting a spell while playing her instrument, I plan on interrupting that.
but what if they don't? What if it's like a vocal kind of like? Can't you do like bardic stuff with your voice?
Well,
We
Like,
don't.
can't
No,
you
I'm-
sing and do bardic stuff?
She might be able to, but like breaking a string on a magical instrument might be a useful thing.
Well, I think Lafdul was thinking casting "They're Not There" on her musical instrument, so it may
Oh, yes.
disappear from her hands.
Oh no, that would be fantastic.
Problem is how apparent. Does it have material? What's the spell conditions for it to be cast?
I'm thinking that you're. I mean, once that's done, that's pretty apparent. So
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be something for Leva to do
she.
if it's revealed that she's a creature.
all right, Varadra has Strength of Stone, which would.
Doesn't that make you slow? Don't you have to be constantly in contact with stone as well? So if you go up on the rafters, it loses it.
No, I don't believe so. They only have to be in contact with solid stone or earth when the spell is cast, and these are cobblestone
Oh.
streets.
Oh, when it was cast.
How long does it last?
Or until the subject loses contact with the earth. Yeah, that's a good point.
Right, so when we go inside, it's not going to work.
Yeah. So we would walk onto a wooden floor and it'd be like, "Oh no, the spell doesn't work."
Okay,
Right.
so she can use that spell if we have to go down into the Underdark or
Yeah.
run around the streets or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gotta be constantly touching the ground.
She's got spiritual hammer though, hasn't she? So
Mhm.
which she can use if we have a fight.
Oh, a hair from a giant. That's like the spoke about Lever got. I knew that.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't really have anything
easy.
else that. I mean, resist fire, resist cold if one of you wants it.
Yeah, I can't see us getting blasted with heat or cold.
Well, we know they might have a mage potential, but we don't.
Nothing else lasts long enough.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just going in then, I think.
Yep.
Solas and Lafdul, anything else that you guys want to cast? Or does anyone have
No,
any magic items that they want to make use of?
No, my spells are more immediate.
There is the potential of me using continual fairy fire on her. Just so you know.
That's on a scroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if she hides or runs away, she'll be glowing up.
All right. So as the line advances, you guys start to file in. Let me go ahead and reveal. You don't need to move just yet, though. I'll just reveal this part of the thing. So the first part of the theater itself, when you get in, is a small hallway. On your right is a little windowed counter where the an older man with graying hair, clean-shaven, is taking people's silver pieces and handing out pottery sherds that are painted black to indicate that you have paid.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
then slowly filing into...
Is there anything on the pottery, like a symbol for the...
No, it's just painted black.
It's just a standard practice, probably back then.
Very fancy.
You can see that there is a ladder leading up inside that little ticket office, and another door. And then you guys start filing into the theater itself.
5
Yes.
silver, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
5
want
silver.
us to start moving our tokens, or?
Yeah, you can start moving your tokens and decide where you want to sit. The front row is already taken.
Does somebody take the pottery shards?
No, it's...
No, we just hold on to them.
Yeah, if for some reason they were going to walk around during the performance, you'd pull them out and show that, you know,
I think I'll
I've
sit
already paid,
around
kind of thing.
there.
Idis will be next to you.
Oh, I like this of taking the edges.
Oh wait, we were supposed to sit in a group, weren't we?
Well, there's 2 of us with a spell on us.
You probably should sit in a group. I mean, just
Yeah.
because otherwise
So I
you're
think
going to have
it was
people
gonna be,
mixed in between you. You'll
Higgimus,
have to get up
Braxon,
and...
and
let
Ockar
them get in.
together. So Higgimus, you might want to move over to where we are.
Should we go further towards the back then?
Higgimus will probably need to be on the outside because he's so big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I want to
button?
be
I
on
can-
the
hang
edge, ideally.
Yeah, and we do want to be able to throw the flowers.
Alt to not fix yourself onto the grid.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Level likes being close to Higgimus, so that's where
She does,
is.
yeah.
Let me just move Ockar down a little bit, because you'd be pretty tight in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
right.
and chummy.
How's my line of sight from here?
I
I
mean,
can see the
can-
performance pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the stage pretty well.
Can I see anyone in here while I'm...
Uh,
Any actors on stage, on the rafters?
No, it's fairly dark right now. I mean, there are some lamps on the side. They're just standard oil lamps. And the curtain is down on the stage, and the rafters themselves are much too dark for you to see what's going on up there.
What did the other people in the line look like? Did anyone stand out?
Not really. Fairly standard. Wearing the standard, fairly drab clothes of Bral. Maybe a couple sailors in there with slightly brighter clothing. It was heavily dominated by men. There were a few women though in the group, just kind of talking amongst each other.
Would my infravision be able to see up into the rafters, or is it
Not
just
during the light.
You can see a little bit, but
There's a problem that the lights cause heat.
yeah,
Yeah.
the oil lanterns on the walls are really,
Could
really
I-
obscuring your infravision.
Start rubbing between my hands like a bit of wax in order to make it soft and pliable.
Sure,
So if I want to stick that in my ears, I am able to do so.
sure,
So I'm just keeping it warm and malleable.
that's fine. 2 pieces, I assume, or 1 large piece that you
Yeah.
split up. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Oh, you're the only person with earwax.
I was the one that came up with the idea, and I've got earwax. I don't know about the rest of you.
Yeah, and I didn't hear anyone else say that they were buying anything for earplugs.
We're screwed.
I think I'll be fine.
Although trying to clear out a load of wax out your ears is just, it's just annoying.
I thought
Better
that's
than
why
dying,
we were.
There,
I thought that's why we were learning hand signals.
there are heat
Yeah.
treatments. Well, but no one said that they were getting anything.
Okay.
Because I thought I assumed we were all just doing that.
Nope. You had to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's annoying. Well, I had the charm armor, so I think I'll be fine.
Okay. More people file into the seats beside you and behind you, and some of the empty seats in front of you. Couple
There are
places.
actually seats behind us.
Yeah, these two. The empty
Oh,
space.
yeah, yeah.
The empty space is typically reserved for like dracons and stuff like that, or rastapedes.
Oh, right. So we're
Or
in the
I wonder how
middle
many
of the crowd.
recipes you have for these.
or standing room only type things. It doesn't look like any are coming in this time. Looks like it's basically primarily humans, half elves, maybe a couple elves coming in.
Okay.
Mostly just residents of Bral. And after a few minutes, the door behind you closes, and
Doomed.
It's a trap.
It's a trap, JPEG.
the man that came out of the door at the front earlier to announce that everyone was coming in for the early special performance comes out on stage and says, "Welcome, friends of Brawl. I have a very special performance for you today. Without further ado, let me introduce you to Levalithana Silverhair and her players." And two humans come out with musical instruments, followed by a very elegant elven woman with silver hair. She is wearing a clearly very expensive gown of white and silver thread. And she is bedecked with quite a bit of jewelry. You notice that most of it appears to be silver.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I know. I figured that because she turned into a silver fox.
Oh no.
Did you see my PM?
Let's see. Takes a minute per each
Wait.
person.
Could it be possible to make fake silver?
Oh, sure. Platinum can also often be mistaken for silver.
Mm.
Yeah. Do
So
we
it's
have any
very
plans
difficult
they can
to-
appraise?
It's very difficult to tell platinum from silver from a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm thinking that's probably platinum.
And there are other silvery metals, so it could definitely be that this is not silver. You'd need to handle it. Lafdul.
Yeah.
Or at least get a very close look. You're in the audience. It's kind of dark. All right, so you're looking around. You're looking at the people up on stage, correct, Lafdul?
I'm looking at any of our entourage followers. Anything that's been denoted as her following.
Okay. Nope, you're not detecting any charm from her players or the man up on stage who introduced them.
Oh well. I keep looking around for anyone. Vaguely surreptitious.
You need to, like, there's a whole audience around you.
Yeah.
I think we do not recognize either of the humans.
I have a. What if
No,
it
you
turns out that we messed this up? It turns out that she's not the one.
Oh no, she's a. I can tell that she's exactly what I saw.
Yes.
Yeah, and I would mention that subtly to the rest of the party that she's definitely the one that transformed.
Yeah, and we're operating on that. We just want to get her to transform in front of people, so we've got evidence.
And
Ald, real quick.
Yeah.
When I noticed that she's wearing the silver,
Mhm.
I'm gonna put a little bit of the wolfsbane in with my flowers.
Okay. you all, she is an incredibly beautiful elven woman, unmatched by any other person that you might have seen. Just stunningly beautiful, like above and beyond anything that you've encountered before. And without any real introduction beyond what the person who introduced her had to say, she immediately starts singing a song with the two males behind her playing instruments. Lafdul, are you focusing on people in the audience now, or are you what? Because I mean, there's a lot of people in the audience.
I'm not worried about the detect charm anymore. I'm just going to focus on her spellcraft.
Okay.
I'm
On
also
her,
going to
specifically from her.
I'm also going to be checking if she is going to cast some spells.
All right. Go ahead and each of you can give me a spellcraft check.
Nope. Lafdul's enamored with the situation.
Yeah, as far as you know, she's not casting a spell right now. But she begins
I will keep my eye on her.
singing a song. It is a beautiful song, not the typical songs that you would hear from like in taverns. It's not a rousing bawdy song, but almost ballad-like.
Does this remind me of home?
No.
No?
Does not remind you of home.
Because I've come from a huge elven city where that would be commonplace.
But it could just be a different musical style that you're not familiar with. Like that's what it would be. So, not a music style that you're familiar with from your home. It definitely seems elvish though.
Is that just based on the language, or?
Yes, it is elvish, an elvish song. But not one that you are familiar with. Like it's a new song for all of you, even the elves.
So the lyrics are in Elvish?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure that it wasn't like translated into common.
In terms of the words themselves, it's a fairly common ballad type tale.
Is she mentioning any of the deities?
No. To a certain extent, it's a fairly generic tale. That goes on for about 10 minutes. And let me just take a check of something.
No, my detect charm would have fallen off, so. My hands are going to be very waxy.
This is when the murder holes in the ceiling open.
And it pours boiling oil on us.
Well, you're pretty sure that the ceiling itself. You're pretty sure that the ceiling itself is the roof. There is a walkway, a catwalk that you can see up there. I should have also mentioned that when she came out, one of the lights up above that you had seen earlier was uncovered and is now basically beaming a spotlight on her.
Yeah.
We must destroy the spotlight.
And the song lasts for about 10 minutes or so, and it for all of you, it moves you almost to tears because it's kind of a sad tale of love lost by a pair of lovers. And and at the end of the song, the song kind of fades out on a sad note of the pair of lovers have lost each other, one has died, that sort of thing, and
Braxton's going to be trying to ignore the song.
Okay. At the conclusion, the audience starts politely clapping, and at that point, she takes a step forward and says, "Thank you all for coming to what will likely be my last concert here on Bral." To which the audience kind of lets there are gasps. There's sorrowful sounds from the audience.
Weeping in the eyes.
Not quite
Braxton.
weeping, but definitely, quite a few who are definitely a lot of sadness. Disappointment, that sort of thing, coming from the audience members. Some murmuring, that kind of thing. She says.
Yeah.
Yes, it is sad, but I am a traveler, and it is about time for me to move on. I want to thank everyone who has been providing me patronage these last few weeks here on Bral. Your city is a wonderful place, and I am very appreciative of the kind reception that you have given us. Except for some special guests who are in here today.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I gotta place my hand on my sword.
Ah, yeah.
And all of a sudden, everyone else in the audience winks out of existence.
nice.
Great.
That's nice.
Oh, I should have cast Detect Magic instead of Detect Charm.
And
A
you know
grand
what?
illusion, I see.
I think we're going to take our break a little bit early here.
Oh,
You jerk!
Because
sneaky man.
there's going to be some combat coming shortly, as you have probably guessed.
Oh, you need the fanfare like they do in the Final Fantasy, like in Final Fantasy 6, the opera scene.
Yeah,
It's
we
an
all needed
ambush.
to have the Metal Gear sound. go
Exactly.
I think the best would have been if this has been the Parasite Eve opera scene.
Yeah.
I was still gonna choke the flowers at her.
Well,
Just
you
Yeah.
might have an
Radio's
opportunity,
combustion.
but you'll have to
Yeah.
do that when we come back from the break. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so, and have some fun. See you shortly, everyone.